investigate the surface area of cylinders. And remember that surface area is like if you're wrapping a present, like how much paper you would need. So let's make a net to help us find the surface area of the cylinder. In order to figure out the surface area, though, you need to have some information about how to find the area of a circle. So if you would like to review that, please use the QR code below. So here's my net. You'll notice that my net consists of 2 circles and a rectangle. This is the top of my cylinder, the bottom of my cylinder, and this is the side. So visualize it going around. Now let's put in some of the dimensions that we know. We know that the top and the bottom circles have a radius of 4 centimeters. And we also know that the height of my cylinder is 9 centimeters. What we don't know, though, is the length of my rectangle. So how are we going to find the length of the rectangle? Well, if you visualize it, this going around the can or cylinder, you'll notice that the length is actually the distance around the circle, which we call the circumference. And the circumference can be found using pi d or 2 pi r. Since we know the radius is 4, let's use 2 pi r. So to find the circumference, 2 pi r, I'll replace pi with 3.14 and r with 4. And then I'll find the product, and I end up with 25 and 12 hundredths centimeters. And there are my dimensions. Now I have all the dimensions that I need in order to find the surface area. So here we go. Now to find the surface area, remember I need to find the area of both circles, so 2 circles, and the area of my rectangle. So in order to find the surface area of the circles, I need to find it by using pi r squared. And again, I'm multiplying it by 2 because there's 2 circles. And then to find the area of my rectangle, it's length multiplied by width. Now we're going to replace our variables with numbers. So pi is 3.14, and then r is 4, that's the radius squared, and then we're multiplying it by 2, again, because there's 2 circles. The length is 25 and 12 hundredths, and the width is 9. Now, remember that when we solve these problems, we only do one step at a time. And we have to remember GEMA, or order of operations. And that says that we do the groupings first. And then within the groupings, when we simplify that, we need to follow that order of operations. And I notice that there's an exponent, and exponents come before multiplying or dividing. So let's do that next. So 4 squared is going to be 16. Notice everything else just came down. I didn't do anything with it. Now I have multiplication in my first grouping. So I'm just going to go from left to right. And I end up with 54 and 24 hundredths multiplied by 2. Again, I'm going to go left to right in that grouping. And I end up with 148 hundredths centimeters squared. And then I'm going to add that to the product of 25 and 12 hundredths and 9. And now I have 148 square centimeters, and I'm going to add that to 226 and 8 hundredths squared centimeters. And that gives me a total of 326 and 56 hundredths square centimeters. So that's how you calculate the surface area of the cylinder. I hope that helps.